Well, hello there, and this is Auntie. And I nearly flipped my wig tonight. What the hell did I just watch? Oh my God, this is Auntie, and we are here to do our review on season 1, episode 1 of Love After Lockup. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the thumbs button, and some more stuff up on here. Because you're going to want to be here every week to hear these reviews on this television show. Okay, on WeTV. For all my new subscribers, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And to all of my nieces and nephews who've been with me from the long haul through all the crazy 90-day Fiancé and everything else that we've been reviewing, we need to buckle the hell up and get ready for this one. Thank you so much for being with your auntie for a minute here. Okay, look, everybody needs a sweet old auntie, right? Having one would just be nice. But god dang, I got to think about doing this review. Yep, I better think twice. Let me tell you something. If you are not looking at this crazy show, you got to start looking at it. Okay, look, we start off this crazy episode of Love After Lockup by meeting Scott. Scott is 49 years old and he is dating this woman by the name of Lindsey. She is 39. She is locked up in San Bernardino, California, up in a prison, okay? Boo Boo been in jail, honey. Boo Boo Kitty, she been in jail for 8 years. She has been in jail for bribery charges. And everything else. This chick is up there. Y'all look, this chick is sitting up in jail. She's cute as a cotton freaking button. She decided that she was gonna go ahead on to make her beauty work for her. She said, "To hell with this. I'm in jail, but jail ain't in me. I am going to be one of them video vixens, a Instagram star, a porn star, or whatever. I'm looking for some tricks." She said she is basically looking for some men that are going to pay for her while she lives up in prison. I said, what the entire freak? She said when she first met Scott, who's 49 years old, that, basically he was a trick to her. Like all the other men that she had in jail that was taking care of her. She said, it wasn't nothing to her when she first met him and he came to visit her at the prison in 2015. She said they clicked and he understood exactly what she was standing for and what she was going for and what she was doing. And as long as he was riding with her on that, she could deal with him. He has children. He has this one son, Adam. Adam is outside with him and they working on a bicycle. And he gets this telephone call from his little boo-boo, Lizzie Boo, locked up in San Bernardino prison. He said he met her on a prison dating line. You mean to tell me they got online dating for prisoners? I must be living up underneath a rock or a box, because I never in a million years would have even imagined to look for the love of my life on a prison dating line. Like, is something wrong with me? Like, is it me? Anyway, he's standing out there with his son. They working on the car. Lizzie Boo calls. And Lizzie is like, look, what you doing, Boo? When the next time you coming to see me? I ain't seen you in a minute. You dating another bitch? He was like, no, I'm not. I'm trying to take care of my son. I'm doing what I do with the woo woo and the boo boo boo. But for her, that wasn't satisfactory. Oh my God, hold on for a minute, y'all. I told y'all every time I come on here, my cotton freaking computer do something different. I can't stand it. It makes me so cotton freaking mad. Yeah, so anyway, he said he met her on meetinmate.com. And so, basically he said that he thought that dating a prisoner was going to be safer because all he basically was going to do was be taking phone calls and writing a letter. But I guess he thought that, she must have had 2 life-term sentences because eventually Lizzie Boo was going to get out of there. Like I said, when he was standing outside with his son, they was working on the bicycle and everything, Lizzie Boo calls. She asks him, whether or not he dating somebody else. He tells her no. Basically he been trying to take care of his son. She said, did you get the car painted yet? And he was like, I ain't get the car painted. She said, you need to get the car painted pink. And if it ain't pink when I get there, it's going to be pink. It ain't pink before I get there, it's going to be pink when I get there. I said, okay, so Lizzie already running him. He looks like a very nice man, just an average old white man that you would meet any day in the street, salt and pepper head, understand, big beard gut and everything else. Just an average. Our average Joe Blow. But this man is dating somebody in jail. Let me tell you something. You do not know who the hell people are. Because I'm sure his neighbors that live on the left and on the right side of him don't have no idea that he getting ready to bring a straight up prisoner, a straight up felon into the neighborhood. Let's see how all that works out for his life and his lifestyle and for the lifestyle of his kids. His son Adam was like, no, we're not painting the car pink. It ain't going to get pink. So, she laughs and she giggles and everything because at the end of the day, she was looking for a sugar daddy. She said she had multiple men, multiple men that was taking care of her up in the jail cell. You better go ahead. They were showing pictures of her, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, if my camera was working, I'm getting that worked on. I will have pictures of her. That girl body is just to die for. And I see why Scott, 49 years old, fell for this girl. I just was like, you know what? This cotton freaking show gonna be off the hook. We thought 90 Day Fiance was something, y'all. Wait until we finish looking at this. Like, we are about to go on a serious ride. Oh my God, y'all. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. The next couple we meet is Garrett and Jonna. Okay. Garrett is 24 years old and he is still in jail for burglary, drugs, and grand theft. He spent 7 years in jail. He was locked up when he was 18 years old. Who the hell wants him? I know. He said that he got out early for, good behavior, 5 years, knocked off. No. He had some years knocked off because of probation. So he's on his way home. He about to come home. We meet Jonna. Jonna is 26 years old and she's an office manager. She's a straight dingbat if I ever seen a dingbat in my life. She driving in the car and he calls her. You got a phone call from an inmate. God. And I like, oh my God. Like, I can't even imagine picking up the phone and they telling me, you auntie, hey, what's up, boo? You got a phone call from an inmate. And I'm dating you? Oh, no, hell to the nah. So we see her in the car. She's riding in the car going over to her daddy's house. And he calls her. She gets the little call that's, being monitored and all of that kind of stuff. And, she's basically telling him, I'm trying to talk to my dad because I want my dad to get along with you and I want y'all to like one another. So he was basically like, I ain't got to like your dad. She was like, no, you got to like my dad. She goes over there. This girl, Lord Jesus, a year. She's been dating him for 4 years, okay? She says that when she goes over to the jail, she can only have, visits where they can kiss and everything. Because they not married, they can't, do them, you know what I'm saying? They can't, in the jail cell and everything. So, she's ready for sex. He's ready for sex. He's talking about how oh my God, y'all, I can't believe I'm talking about this. She said that, she hasn't had sex in 4 years and he ain't had sex. She gets to the house with her daddy and everything because this is a house that she ended up buying for him over a year ago. She said that she knew that she was going to have problems with renting properties and stuff like that because he's a felon. And, in a lot of states, you can't have a felon living in an apartment building. So she brought the house. She got her daddy over there, fixing the house up because, he's soon to be home. The daddy is just like done with her. He didn't want to meet the guy. And the guy basically don't want to meet the father. The father said that she's living in a cotton freaking fantasy world. And she always has. This girl gonna sit up there. She said that she went and looked Garrett up online and saw his mug shot and was like, oh my God, he is fine. He takes a hell of a fine mug shot. And so she decided that she was going to go ahead on and write him. Like, what the hell would an office manager? I digress. She said she thought he was hot and he's getting out in a day. And, it's just like, he said he's never lived with a woman and he's waiting to have sex with her. Yeah, because you went to jail when you was a kid. You went to jail when you was 18 years old. But since you held yourself that long, I mean, I guess that's good. But I don't know what you think you're going to be able to do. You're going to be like a 2-second brother. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You've been locked up in jail. He said you've been locked up in jail with 80 other men. I don't know what, ugh. I mean, if that works for you, that works for you. That could never work for me. I ain't judging nobody. I'm just saying that could not work for Auntie. There's no way in the world that I could do it. There's no way in the world. Jonna, she said that she knew that it would be hard for Garrett to find a place, and that's why she went on and brought the house for him and everything. And, her dad is at the house. He's taking care of it. And, she said that she took and put every dime she got into this home for this man. Who does that? She says the dad says that the worst thing that a dad could ever imagine is that his daughter would marry a felon. No father wants their daughter to marry somebody that is, that is in jail and has been in jail. That's not to say that people can't turn their lives around. That's just to say that that's not a father's dream. Like when a father, sees his daughter, for the very first time, he doesn't say, hip hop hooray, I hope that she marries a felon. And I know felons, and I know people who have gotten their lives together and changed their lives around. So please do not think that I am judging all felons and I'm putting everybody in the same box. I'm only doing a review of what I see on the television. So don't take nothing personal down in my comment section, because I swear to just do not feel like blocking and deleting people. You know what I'm saying? I want us all to get along. Can we all just get along? I'm just talking about the review of this particular show. So don't go there with Auntie on this. I can already see it. I can already feel it. I'm trying to tell you, I will block and delete that ass. So anyway, the dad is like, I don't want to marry him. She was like, but Dad, they say if you can get through a prison sentence, you can get through anything. And the father was like, who is they? And she was like, I don't know who they is. Then what the hell would you repeat it for then? Then she gonna tell her dad that she did all this research and everything, and that the research shows that, and they said, and the research shows that a felon who gets married to a prisoner who gets married to somebody is 50% more likely not to go to jail. I didn't see that on Oprah Winfrey show. When Oprah Winfrey had the show that she had this summer called Release, I didn't see those statistics. I don't know where the hell she got those statistics from. But you could tell that she's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and something is wrong with her Snap, Crackle, and her Pop. I just don't know what the hell is wrong with her. Like, she's off. Like, her eyes is off. Like, she's looking at you straight. It's almost like she kind of looking off to the side. I don't know what the hell is going on. But this show right here is about to take me on a bumpy ride, and I'm about to take y'all right along with me. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So the dad was telling her, he was like, you live in a fantasy world. And the reason why the dad said that he didn't want to meet the guy and he had no expectations of meeting him, because he thought that the relationship would, die down and she would be done with him, because her and the dad discussed that she had been cheated on in her past 2 relationships. And, she says that this guy's not like this. Garrett's not like this. He's going to come home and he's going to do everything that he promised her that he was going to do. Yeah, okay, you wait on that, honey. You wait on that. Let me tell you something. When he is sitting up in there and writing letters and all of that kind of stuff, he's living in a fantasy world too, because he doesn't know anything else other than those 4 walls and those bars that close, those doors that close. So everything about him right now is a fantasy. He doesn't know how to be a man. When he went to jail, he was 18 years old. He still was a little boy. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even have wasn't even 21 to have a license or authorization or whatever to go up in a club and have a drink. He's a little boy. and his life stopped right there. I don't care what the hell he think that he knows. He hasn't been out here in society. He hasn't worked. He doesn't know what it is. He don't know what the grind is. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. The father was like, just because you've been with him for 4 years and this man been in jail like this, that's the pinnacle of your life. You think that you've reached the pinnacle of having a good relationship. You know what? Papa Son ain't playing with her. He done straight told her the truth about the whole thing. Then the next couple we see is Lamar and Andrea. I said, what the hell? Lamar is 40 and he's been in jail for 18 goddamn years for robbery with a deadly weapon. What the hell would I be writing him a letter for, looking for him on a .com, a .org, a .edu? I don't care what kind of... Oh my God. Andrea is 37 and she's a real estate agent. What the hell would she be with him for? She's a real estate agent. Oh my God, she has 3 children that she's getting ready to move this prisoner into her home. She's steady talking about she can't wear red because he's, because, oh my God, y'all, I gotta slow down. I say, Auntie, slow down. She has 3 children and has been a single mother for 12 years, and she works 2 full-time jobs. She says she works these 2 full-time jobs because she wants her children to have the best in life. But yet and still, you will bring Lamar up in your house, a guy who's been in prison for 18 years for armed robbery with a daggone deadly weapon, and you think that that's giving your children the best out of life? Girl, grow up. And I'm talking about wake up, girl. She is a Mormon. She's a black Mormon, okay? Her ex-husband, she said, is involved in the children's lives financially, but in no other way. So she wants this man to come in and be able to make up the difference. Honey, he ain't raised no child, ain't smelled no children enough in 18 cotton freaking years. How the hell you think he gonna come up in there and be able to take care of you and your babies? But oh my God, why are these women, oh my God, these women are so stupid. She said that her children have never met Lamar, and they don't ever need to meet Lamar. Lamar don't need to come up in your house. He's out in jail in California and she's living in Utah among the Mormons. She's embarrassed. She haven't even told any of her Mormon girlfriends that she's dating an inmate because she doesn't want to be judged and she's embarrassed about it. How the hell you think that you're going to be living in a Mormon community with a whole bunch of little white Mormon friends and you mean to tell me that you think that you're not going to judge? No, you automatically know you're going to be judged, boo. Every one of her friends, except for her girlfriend Michelle, who done came over there. Michelle got the natural hair and everything. She's black. And she's like, you know what? Okay, so you need to come clean about this with your friends. She says she don't want to tell her little friends because she know they ain't going to be friends with her anymore. What kind of friends are those? When you got to pretend... Y'all know I always say you got to show up in a room being authentic and true to who you are. And you definitely not showing up, Andrea. You're not showing up in a room being true and authentic who you are when your little Mormon girlfriends don't know that you date no inmate. But I'm going to try to tell you right now, honey, the script is going to flip as soon as they find out. So Michelle was like, I ain't liking him either. I don't like him. She said that people, people say that she's wrong for bringing a violent criminal up in her household. Yeah. So she got Michelle at the house and everything. And Michelle, because her friend is getting ready to come home. Lamar getting ready to come home, y'all. She's saying that he a Crip, so she can't wear red. Like, what the... Like all through the episode, that's all she's been doing is fantasizing about this man being a Crip and about, blue and gray and red and all these old colors and stuff like that. And he's a gangbanger and all that. She thinks that that's so cute. That is That is not cute, girl. Let me tell you something. This ain't like one of them little stories that come on or one of them movies you go and see where everything is going to be copacetic. This is real life gangster stuff, boo. I can't even hang with the gangster stuff and I'm hood as I don't know what. There's no way in the world that I could be able to date somebody who was living out there in California and they coming up in there talking about they a Crip or a Blood. Oh, no. Hell no. No. And you a Mormon girl from Utah? You can't handle no Crip or no Blood? Girl, he about to rob your ass blind. Do you hear me? And he ain't gonna rob you blind with no weapon. He gonna rob you blind with the dick naive. She said that when she picked him up, he want her to be dressed in sexy modest. The fuck is that? What is sexy modest? Either you sexy or you modest. I mean, she said that she met him 6 years ago online. And they had a similar past. Boo, ain't nothing similar about y'all past. Nothing. You can make up anything you want to make up, boo. But I'm telling you, ain't nothing similar about your past. Oh my God. She told her girlfriends that this man live in Canada instead of telling her girlfriends that this man is locked up. They won't let me out. Tell the truth. Next thing we see is that daggone Jonna again. Jonna is with her girlfriend, Alexa, and they are at a lingerie shop. She decides she wants to go get some lingerie because, her boo about to come home tomorrow. So, she was like, the girl was like, when was the last time you had sex? She was like, it been 4 years, girl, been 4 years. And she was like, I've been just basically doing me. I just think that the way people are talking about this stuff is just a little bit gross. People are so open about what they do in their private bedrooms. Nobody want to know about that stuff. But anyway, I digress. She said that, what if the sex is not good? She said, then we're going to have to, we're going to have to readjust. What do you mean readjust? If the sex isn't good, the sex isn't good. What you going to teach them? Your 2 little boyfriends cheated on you. So what you gonna teach them? And then you at home doing yourself. You real nice. I mean, you real comfortable saying that. Like, what the hell is going on with this show? Okay, so anyway, she told me we're gonna readjust. I haven't had sex, but I really believe that this is gonna be the best sex of my life because you know what? He's held himself and I've held myself, and so it's gonna be good. The next person we see is Alla and James. Alla is 27. She's been in jail for 5 years for distribution and use of heroin. Her boyfriend James is 35 years old and he's a goddamn IT director. See, this is the thing that I'm noticing about these people. They got good jobs. Like, these not no broke back mountain people. These are not people that don't have good jobs and a good brain up. He was in the Marines. And that's where he learned, and got a love for IT. And so now he's a cotton freaking IT director. And he's marrying this girl or dating this girl that been in jail all this time for heroin. He said that he was married for 8 years and his marriage wasn't going right. And so what he decided to do, he needed somebody he needed to talk to. So he went out to some damn website called Prison Darlings and met her 10 months ago. And now he just had over here in love with the girl. She was supposed to have been going to New York to be a model. She says that when she went to New York and, she took a little toot of that daggone heroin, she never stopped using it until they forced her to stop. So he doesn't know whether or not this girl is still an addict or not. Just because you in jail, because you're in jail, let me change. Because you're in jail, you don't know what you're gonna do when you come out there to real life and you see that heroin again. Because from what I understand, from crack addicts that I know, ex-crack addicts and people that were using drugs like that, that you're always chasing that high, that you'll always be a drug addict. An alcoholic will always be an alcoholic. All they need is opportunity in order to, go back to it. So he's an IT director. Okay. He wants to marry her and have children. He said that's his fantasy. He don't give a rat's behind about what people think about him. He just gonna live his life the way he want. The only person he care about, is his family and his friends. But he ain't told them that the girl is a felon. So why you hiding from your family and friends? You don't think eventually they gonna find out? So anyway, we see him at the pool hall with his buddy Chris, and Chris was like, "Look, man, you do not know whether or not this girl is gonna ruin your life or not. You got so much going for you right now. You just don't know if she's, still an addict." I absolutely and totally agree with your buddy. Oh Jesus, y'all! You don't know whether or not this girl is. She calls him from the prison and he's talking to her, and you have a phone call from Alla, and Alla gets to talking, and then the lady comes back on and says this is a federal prison thing, and basically this call is being monitored. And then she gonna say, yo, oh my God, she's just a rude bitch. Boo, you in jail. You will have somebody interrupting and listening to your phone calls until you get up out of there. Ain't nobody rude. Ain't nobody rude. She's getting out in 24 hours. She said that she does not want him to pick her up from the jail because she doesn't want him to see her in that condition. She wants him to see her sexified. So her parents gonna go and get her. So that means she went to jail when she was 22 years old. Young. Just living life. Trying to go out there and be a model, and you get hooked on drugs. Instead of getting hooked on phonics. What the hell is wrong with people? I'm not saying that I haven't made mistakes in my life. So I'm not going to sit up here on no high horse and be judging these people and looking from some type of pedestal or something. I have made many mistakes in my life. And some of the mistakes I am still paying for today. If I had it to do all over again, I would have made a whole lot of different decisions, but I don't. But when I look at these young people with all these opportunities that they have now, and they choose to do this stuff, like I don't have any understanding about it. And I know that if you be around the wrong crowd at the wrong time doing the wrong thing, you can get hooked on drugs like that. But it's just so many opportunities out there, young people, for you to live a life that's totally different from this. This is not the life you got to choose. You don't have to choose this kind of damn life. So we see the parents going to pick her up from the jail. They have an accent. I can't figure out what the accent is yet. She says that life as a heroin user was just existing. And she did heroin for the first time when she was 18. I can't. The next person we see is Jonna. Jonna is up in her bedroom because this is the day she's going to pick up her boo Garrett from the jail. She said that she brought some damn sheets, some bed sheets over a year ago to put on on the bed because she wanted to make sure that he came home and everything was fresh and so clean. But I was like, damn, so you mean to tell me the sheets that's on her bed haven't been washed or removed or changed for a year? You nasty as hell. I just was like, are you serious? You mean to tell me those are the same sheets? You've been sleeping on them same sheets for a year, Jonna? But anyway, she's trying to get everything together. She goes in and she's trying to look for this paperwork because he had taken these classes so that he can be out on probation. So he had already taken these classes for a drug program that he needed to be in order to be in compliance with his probation requirements. She running through the house, she crying and boo-hooing hysterically because she can't find the paperwork. She goes outside to the trash can and everything, and she looks in the trash bag. I can't find it. She is hysterical. I don't know where Jonna's mother is because I ain't seen Jonna's mother. I don't know if Jonna's mother is deceased or she decided not to do the show and show her face up on the screen. I don't know what it is, but I haven't seen the mother. But this girl is in the house and she is frantically looking for this paperwork and talk about how mad he's going to be. She goes back into the bedroom and is sitting up on a shelf. I said, something is really the hell wrong with her. Like, she's off her rockers. Like seriously, something is wrong with Jonna. So I'm gonna really try to be light on her this season. But I'm telling you, if it ends the way it began, y'all know I'm gonna be riding Jonna every week when we come up out here. You know, it's just something wrong with her. She goes to the jail and she gives the jail his clothes and everything because, you know, she wants him coming out, you know, in nice, clean clothes and everything. I guess when he was 18 years old, he probably wasn't even the size that he is now. She's standing outside the jail. Ooh, 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 ooh. With these sparkly white tennis shoes on that the cameraman keep making sure we see, because of course, you know, I guess she's Cinderella going to the ball. I don't know. Like, I don't know. The next thing we see is, you know, that daggone Andrea again. Andrea goes to the car dealership to go and buy Lamar a car. She said that Lamar said that that's going to be his freedom. He need that freedom. So, bitch, go to the car dealership and buy me a car. So she's seriously at the car dealership. Now, she got 3 kids. 3. Working 2 jobs. Getting child support from her ex-husband or baby daddy or whoever he is. And you going to go to a car dealership to go and buy a man who's been locked up for 18 years a car. Okay. So the guy's showing her, you know, a car that got all the bells and whistles on it, got the reverse camera. She said he don't need that because he ain't drove a car in 18 years. You goddamn right. He been wrecked as soon as he get in the car and he see that daggone camera up on that screen and that car backing up like that, knowing him, he been a shot the camera thinking that somebody was watching him. Girl, he would tear that damn car up from the front to the back trying to unhook them wires on that daggone camera, because you know daggone well if he a blood or a crip, he don't want no camera on nothing. He don't want nothing recorded, nothing going backwards, going forward, sideways, an accident or nothing. He get out there, he have an accident, he just gonna walk the hell up out of there. Nothing missing, nothing lost. So the car dealer asked her, you know, well, why hasn't he driven in 18 years? She said he been in jail. The guy said, for what? And she sits up there and she tells him. She said, I just want to find me a car that's under $10,000. I wish the hell I would buy some man a car. Next person we see is Jonna again. Garrett done came out. She made sure he got a red shirt and some white pants. She had on a red little cheap dress. He came out. He was crying. He jumped up. She jumped up in his arms. He was holding her up in it. They happy. Excuse me, I don't know why I keep yawning. She's happy. She got her man. He got all his life possessions in a bag, one clear plastic bag. And they can't wait to go home and do the nasty. That's the only thing that's on both of their mind. She said, this is a fresh start. I got some fresh sheets on my bed, and we about to have a fresh start. He got fresh, clean clothes. Girl, you are so deceived. You are just so deceived, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. Next thing we see is Andrea. Andrea this is the day of her bridal shower because her boo about to come home. She goes around her little friends. Michelle was looking like, girl, you're so stupid. Your story's going to be found out. So she goes up in the house and she says, you know, the little Mormon bridal showers are different. You do arts and crafts, and then the women sit around and tell you what you need to do in order to be a good wife. We meet her friend AJ. AJ stands up in the kitchen and says she always prayed for a black friend. And Andrea is her black friend. This look like some old Sister Wives. Like, this seriously look like some, like, are you serious? She said she prayed for a black friend. And Andrea fit the bill because she was black. And she said, there ain't that many blacks in Utah. I said, what the? She said, ain't that many blacks in Utah. These the friends, Andrea, that you don't want to lose? When AJ can stand up in front of a camera and just straight up say, I prayed for a black friend? So you fit the quota for the month? Meet the couples. Meet the couples. So they sitting there and they doing everything, you know, with the woo 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 woo. Andrea says that AJ is always offending people because she says small stuff out her mouth. Yeah, she definitely saying small stuff out of her mouth. So, you know, they talking and everything. And they're asking her about him. They ask her, where does she live? Where does he live? She says, in California. They said, how often do you get to see him? She said, not often. You know, she's being evasive. And Michelle is sitting up at the table. Soul Sister number 9 and was like, look, you need to come on clean with it. You need to tell the truth about what's going on. So the next thing you know, she's like, well, you know, I don't see him a lot because, you know, he's been locked up. The whole table was in shock. Michelle was like, what, are you kidding me? And so, you know, of course, you know, they Mormons. And one of the older, wiser women at the end of the table said, you know what? He can atone. He's atoned for his sins. And Andrea gets happy and she's glad because she got one person at the table that's talking her language, atoning for sin. But yet and still, she's at the house talk about how much of a gangster he is. If he coming out still saying he a crip, you ain't gonna be able to handle that, boo. You're not gonna be able to handle it. So anyway, AJ is in shock. AJ is mad about the thing. And you know what the thing about it, she gonna sit up there and tell him he's a writer. He's writing from you in jail. That doesn't make him a writer. It doesn't make him a James Patterson. It doesn't make it like it doesn't. So Lamar has a tone. And the girl, Michelle, the little white girl, Michelle, was like, I'm scared. I'm scared too. And I ain't white. I'm black, but I'm with you. I'm your soul sister number 4. I'm scared too. So AJ was like, look, has he shot anybody? Andrea's like, no. She said, has he hurt any kids? She was like, no. But she's steady getting agitated because AJ's asking her the questions. But at the end of the day, like Michelle said, come clean with it, tell the truth. So, you know, she said, is that the ring that he got you from the penny machine at the jail? Now, that was out of line, but I understood where AJ was coming from with it. Because you my one little black girl. And, you know, I thought that you was a real estate agent and you was on the up, and here it is, you messing with a gangster. AJ went on to say later on she thought that she was smarter than that. I would too. You say you're a real estate agent. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't look like she's wanting for nothing. You can afford to go and buy a car for $10,000. You're not really hurting for anything. Well, I mean, you know, come on. And, you know, so she gets mad and she runs out the house and she goes down the street. She in the car. She left her cell phone, left her pocketbook, left her shoes, and left her damn brain. And she's in the car crying because she feel like AJ crossed the line and that this man who has been locked up for 18 years has no financial income, no financial stability. She gonna sit there and tell them that he would never buy her a ring like that, that she picked that ring up for $1 from somewhere, $1 from the dollar store. Let me tell you all something, y'all. This is just the beginning of a wild road. Let me tell you, this is gonna be one wild, bumpy road. I can't wait. Like, I cannot wait. Tonight, I wanted you all to meet the cast. This is the cast of season 1, episode 1 of Love After Lockup. We're going to come out here on Sunday and we're going to talk about this in detail. Auntie is going to be looking at this and dissecting this. Y'all get ready because we are going to have a clink good time on Sunday. I should be out, I guess, around 8 o'clock sometime. The next day is going to be Martin Luther King birthday. So hopefully a lot of you will be able to hang out with me if I come out at 9. It will be between 8 and 9. I will make sure that I let you know on Instagram the exact time that I will be out. But I'm going to tell you, this is the cast. And it seems like there's some other couples. This show is off the hook, y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. And again, like I said, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit that daggone blue button so that blue bell, so that every time I come out here and do a review on this, you will know that I'm here and you'll get the notifications. I see y'all on Sunday live and in living color as we talk about season 1, episode 1 of Love and Lockup, from Felon to Fiancé. Good night.